Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. These are just some of the social media giants that dominate this era. It is apparent that social media has a huge influence on people, especially teenagers, aged 13 to 19. There are just over 3 billion internet users worldwide, and 2.3 billion social media users. That means that over 2/3 of the internet users worldwide use some form of social media. And if that doesn't sound like a lot, well, that's 1/3 of the entire world's population. Social media is growing at an exponential rate. Already in the last year, social media users have risen by 176 million. There are also 1 million new active social media mobile users every single day. That's 12 new users every second. And not to mention that Facebook and WhatsApp handle 60 billion new messages each day. This is all good to know, but how did social media all begin? So now I'm going to take you all back in time to where the concept of social media started. The first recognizable social media site was 6 Degrees. It was created in 1997 and allowed people to create an online profile and make friends with other users. Then in 1999, the first blogging sites became popular. This created the social media sensation that's still popular to this day. After the invention of blogging, the popularity of social media started to explode. Many sites like MySpace and LinkedIn gained prominence in the early 2000s. Shortly after that, the great phenomenon known as YouTube became available for everyone around the world. This site created an entirely new way to communicate and share videos with each other across great distances. By 2006, sites such as Facebook and Twitter both became accessible to users throughout the world. These sites are among some of the long-lasting, most popular social media networks on the internet to this date. Many other sites like Tumblr, Spotify, Pinterest, and Foursquare began popping up to fill niche groups of social media users. As of 2017, there is a tremendous amount and variety of social networking sites available for you to use. The great thing about social media today is, many of these sites allow cross-posting. This creates an environment where users can reach the maximum amount of people without sacrificing the intimacy of person-to-person communication. We can now only speculate about what the future holds for social media, but as it looks right now, the popularity and ease of communicating with people around the world will exist in some form for as long as humans live. So now you have a brief understanding on the history of social media, but now I'm guessing you want to know, what makes social media so good? So now I'm going to tell you about 3 main pros that will make you understand why social media is so good and why it's so popular around the world. To start off, one of the main things social networks are known for is socializing. You are able to connect with anyone, anywhere through social media. Social networks can not only just facilitate the creation of new friendships, but can also allow you to develop and maintain existing friends, which is a key skill in your social life. Social networks can also be used as an educational tool. This can be if you want to research homework or discuss a topic you are unfamiliar with. The power of social media allows you to do this. It's also perfect as it can provide a platform for schools to create online resources to help guide and interact with students on a trusted, educational level. Another great thing about social media is that many people share content on various websites such as YouTube. This content ranges from gaming videos to cooking videos. YouTube gives the ability to anyone who has created an account on their website to like, dislike and comment on a video, expressing whatever they desire. This is a form of self-expression which allows you to be creative and connect with other online users that have the same interests. By sharing content, it allows us to increase our collective self-esteem and communicate with individuals from all around the world. After looking at the pros of social media, you may be wondering, if there's a good side, there must be a bad side. And yes, unfortunately, you are correct. Social media also has a few cons that we are going to be talking about right now. One of the main issues with social media is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is just like normal bullying, except it's done over social media, and requires the use of electronic communication. You can access social media on a variety of electronic communication devices. This can be anything from a phone to a laptop. Cyberbullying is a serious problem as it can lead to both emotional as well as psychological issues, ranging from problems at school to anomalous behaviour. Another main issue that social media is known for is fake profiles. As of 2017, there are 83 million fake profiles on Facebook and up to 48 million fake profiles/bots on Twitter alone, not counting all the other social media platforms. This is very worrying because the main problem with fake accounts is you may have no idea who you are talking to, which can be very dangerous in many ways. Advertising is everywhere on social media, which is also another risk because sites like Facebook and Twitter use algorithms. Algorithms look at your private information such as your date of birth, where you live, and even personal traits. The reason for doing this is so advertisers can choose advertisements that are most suited to you. But this means that your personal information is no longer confidential, which can be very dangerous in the wrong hands. So let's sum everything up. Today I've looked at the pros of social media, which include socializing, education, and finally, sharing content. And on the other hand, I've looked at the cons of social media, which include cyberbullying, fake accounts, and advertising. By looking at both the negative and positive sides of social media, you are now aware of any dangers that you could face while still enjoying the benefits of what social media has to offer. This is all great to know, but I think it's time to find out what other people like and dislike about social media, because it's always better to get more than one perspective on something.
I like the fact that I can connect with all my mates with a click of a few buttons, and the fact that I can message someone 5 minutes before leaving my house to tell them to leave.
I like the fact that you can text your friends and contact them just sitting at home rather than always meeting up with them to talk to them.
I like how I can connect with a load of people around the world.
A lot of people don't answer their phones sometimes. Like, you'll message them 2 hours later, you'll get a response for something you want to know, like a response for 5 minutes later after the text.
And the things I don't like about it is when people usually send messages to threaten people or even blackmail them.
Things I don't like is that there is a lot of cyberbullying.
So that's it, the world of social media. Hopefully you have gained enough information throughout this documentary to now know how to stay safe, but at the same time enjoying the benefits of what social media has to offer.